The Cat Welfare Society was set up by a group of friends and registered as a society because what they had to handle was they faced a lot of abandonment, and they realized that the only way to sort of humanely manage a population of cats was to sterilize them and then release them and manage the population from that point. So the focus of Cat Welfare Society was largely sterilizations, and to that effect what we did was the volunteers who formed Cat Welfare Society would go onto the ground and sterilize all the unsterilized cats they found. So in that way, any population on the ground, if it was 10, once they were sterilized, it should stay at 10, and then they would just die their natural deaths down the years. But over the years, as we realized, the population was not actually staying at this 10. It was actually increasing even though we'd sterilized the first 10. The reason for this was largely that there was a lot of abandonment. And the abandonment was an issue that we couldn't solve just by dealing with it on the ground. So we started doing mediations where we would go and start talking to pet owners who were abandoning or letting their cats roam. So we started going top up in that sense, and we do a lot of mediations with complaint cases, and this is largely to do with irresponsible pet ownership, where people let their cats roam around and it causes nuisance to other people, other neighbors, and the neighbors will send in their complaints to town council, whose reaction was quite blunt because they were not aware of the sort of issues to deal with as well. So their reaction was, oh, remove all the cats. But if you think about it, that's not actually addressing the issue. To address the issue is to educate that pet owner as to what is required of them to be a responsible pet owner. And then we have to solve, in our mediation, we solve issues like roaming cats, we solve issues where the cats are unsterilized in the house and they're caterwauling, or they're peeing and then the house stinks. Those are sort of issues we deal with. So some of the limitations of the Cat Welfare Society, right, is that because we are volunteer driven, the committee itself serves in a very administrative sort of position. If we have a piece of feedback that's like, oh, there are unsterilized cats in this area, we're very dependent on volunteers in that area to be activated to go and respond to the situation. If there are no volunteers in that area, then we are really like, there's nothing very much we can do until one of us personally finds the time to go and handle the situation. And so to this effect, I think Cat Welfare Society, we're limited by the amount of grassroots help we have in that sense. And I would really like to encourage anybody and everybody who would like cats or who understands why we are fighting the way we are to please get involved, volunteer, activate yourself in your area. A cat is sick, take it to the vet, don't wait for somebody. Yeah.
Thank you.
The pilot program was basically to address the fact that we've realized a lot of problems are with irresponsible pet owners. But at the same time, we know that for every irresponsible cat owner, there are a lot of them who are very responsible. So this is a way of sort of legitimizing cat ownership in HDB flats. The general position is that there should not be cats in HDBs, but we think that this should really only apply to irresponsible cat owners. And to this effect, we're making sure responsible cat owners, so for instance, the people who have made sure that their windows and gates are meshed, who keep the cat indoors at all times, who make sure that their cat is sterilized and now also microchipped so that they are legitimized members of the family. We are making sure that the pilot program is a success in Chong Pang to the best of our efforts, and making sure that whichever cat owners that we have, in whichever stage of adoption, or they've sterilized but they haven't microchipped, or they've actually gone the whole way already, making sure that they get their due credit in that sense. And that's what the pilot program is about. So one of the projects that CWS took up very recently and that was highly publicized is actually the farm art rescue case. There were a lot of cats in there that needed some medical attention of varying degrees. There was a lot of rehoming effort. This is one of the cats that had a severe mite infection to start with, so we had to botak the cat. And then he had some other injuries that Penny will tell you about in a bit. But he's now made a full recovery, and he's actually one of the most affectionate cats that I've seen.
The farm art has got a fur mite. Has got fur mite. The fur mite, is so bad until the ear infected, and then the next in the ear, see, and then he start to scratch. There's a wound here, was very bad. Few of the cats, from the farm mites, got this wound. So he is the worst one. So 2 times, back to the clinic to stitch up and burst again. So I applied this medicine, very cheap medicine, and I was with a big wound, and now about 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, the wound is finally recovering, and how good it is, you see. Sometimes sick cat, the things that we can do, we use our medicine, and then in fact it's cheap, and then no need to pay up for the vet. Those that complication, that we need help from the vet, then we will send to the vet, because we don't have a pair of X-ray, we don't have a machine to test the blood, so complication, we still need the vet to help. So this cat now is recovering. How nice it is. Laura should be happy with this. You see. Last week she was here and was still bad, about 5 cents. The wound about 5 cents, but it's less than a week. It recovered now. Where's the wound? I cannot see the wound. Yeah. See, it's so good. See how it works on the naked cat. You see. So it's cheap, but it's effective.
Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you like that cute cats. If you like to spot our course, you can visit our website on the 20th of May at shopsmoothies.com to purchase those necklaces at $5